And we're back
Hello, everyone.
for the review of Calico.
And the errata of our of our playthrough.
Added by mistake 10 points for each. So I'm on 48, you're on 58.
Still 10 points apart, and too many patterns. Too many patterns.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Calico.
Yes. So we start with arts and components, don't we?
Yep.
I think the buttons are adorable. Mm-hmm. I really like the way this board looks and feels.
At the end of the game, yeah.
Yeah. These I find weird because they're inverted on those. The goals over here.
The goals, okay.
They're inverted of those, so I actually have to think. I'm still not used to glance valuing them.
Okay, yeah.
So this is something that...
From a usability standpoint, you're saying that the patterns are not distinct enough. And so you're getting a lot of information bouncing off of the quilt, and it makes for a little headache.
Yes, and they're also inverted. Dark, bright, bright, dark. And I'm not sure that was the best decision because they look different. I don't know. I'm sure this was play tested and they made the decision for a reason, but I find it a bit odd and a bit confusing. It's a really minor gripe. But when you get new players to it, you'll have to help them, or you'll have to give them their time to understand the patterns.
Yeah.
But generally, really adorable. I like the cats.
Mm-hmm.
And
also, from a UX perspective, the two cats on either side are very closely related, and so they look the same. So it's really difficult to sort of sort them out, and we just decided to put them in separate bags because...
Yeah, but that's more of a tip than a gripe, because you're not going to get them in the same game, so it doesn't really matter.
Right,
and
it's just
score-wise, they're on the other side. You put it over here, then you flip it, and it's really easy to count.
No, that's true.
So it's more of a tip. Put your cats in separate bags.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. I think this game looks great. Again, it hurts the usability just a little bit, and we've heard it from several people that it's a little bit too confusing.
At first,
right. Because I think that, a lot of people said that this reminds them of Sagrada because, again, it's a 6 colors versus 6 another thing, right? Patterns and numbers. It's just that numbers are, I think, more immediately discerned than patterns. And so it's easier to find your way around your map that you're building. But that's okay. I mean, you get used to it. And
it is very pretty, though. And looking at the completed board is really nice,
and the
always.
Right. And the fact that this is double layered, right?
Yeah, it helps them. They don't slide out of place. Yeah. It's very, very cutely done.
Yes, that's excellent. That was an excellent choice. Okay. So in terms of mechanisms, an overall game?
This is a very light game. It's a bit lighter than Sagrada, in my opinion, which is to its benefit and to its detriment. Yeah. To its benefit because it's so cute that it's very easy to draw people in to play it. And I think that if you're cute and you're light, then, it kind of works together.
Okay.
So that's a big plus for me.
Yeah, that's true.
And
it appeals, right? It's very cutesy, and so
and in terms of mechanisms, this is a very solitaire game, and you have to take that into account that you'll be playing with yourself mostly.
Right.
I'm sure that there is a way to make it a bit more
interactive.
Less solitaire-ish. While playing it, I thought of a couple of things that we could try out as house rules, but as far as the base game is concerned, it's adorable, but it's not very engaging. That's true.
Especially in more players, because then you really cannot, hope for, or just, hey draft, or... It's not that type of game. Yeah. And the tiles will very much change once it gets back to you. So
looking at someone else's board and trying to figure out what's the perfect tile they need is virtually a waste of time. It's not impossible, but it is a waste of time. You're better off counting your own points.
Right. I do really like this game. Bottom line, I think that it's time-wise, it's perfect. It's not too long, not too short. There's a crunchiness.
Very, very quick, which I really like. It flows really well.
Yeah, there's a crunchiness to the puzzle of prioritizing various things and the frustration of blocking yourself off incidentally and trying to fix it. So it's really a nice overall game, both from the tactile standpoint, the graphics, and the mechanism. So very, very cute game. And even though we've seen this numbers versus colors thing in many games, I think that it still holds very well in this game specifically.
Yeah.
And again, in terms of variability, there are various objectives that you can pursue. Cats, it's not going to change the game altogether.
But it does add enough variety to make it interesting.
Yeah, it does.
And there is a bit of strategy to choosing the missions according to the cats. There is a bit to it, because if you have more than one that's structure-wise, then you really don't want
to block yourself off.
The one with all different, because it'll make it a lot more difficult to attain. So there is a bit of thought, but it's really minor.
Right. Okay.
So it's a recommendation from us.
Recommendation.
Just think about whether you have room in your game closet for something that's like half a notch below Sagrada in terms of complexity and really cute.
Yeah. Okay. So we hope you enjoy this review video. Links down below for the overview and the playthrough. And we hope you enjoy this video. Again, like I said, many times over. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Which cat do you like best?
Leo. Because he's sleeping.